Hey everybody, how are you all doing? I'm just coming to do an update. I have been feeling great. Good things to report, and I just wanted to let you know what I've been doing over the last week, and particularly over the last couple of weeks, because I've had so many appointments that I don't know, almost lost track of anything other than medical appointments. So um, this month went so fast for me. I cannot believe that we are already at the end of the month. I, you know, I just really don't even know where it all went. But shout out to all my subscribers and to the people who watch my videos. But I'm going to limit this to my rheumatologist update, my retina update, and overall how I'm feeling update and what I've done to feel better. Um, Let me start with my rheumatologist. Of course, I saw him on Friday. He was one of the appointments that I had, and he had. I don't know if you remember. Maybe a couple months ago, I did an update from the pharmacy saying that my PCP told on my rheumatologist, and he did. He told me that he had been in touch with my rheumatologist and that my rheumatologist has told him that he's certain that I have lupus and that he just want to get through the testing process. And so I saw him on Friday. That's the first time I have seen him since my rheumatologist told me what he told me. And so it was overall a very good appointment. I have now been upgraded officially by my rheumatologist to lupus-like symptoms. So that's really good. And like I told Sasha, my daughter, I said, I really don't care what he calls it right now, as long as he knows, I know, because my PCP told me already what his diagnosis was. He's just very careful about treatments and things like that. He did talk to me about the treatment of Plaquenil, but because I have this retina problem, he did not want to start the Plaquenil because he wanted to get the results of that test. So I had saw the retina specialist, and the retina specialist had me come in over a 3-week period, and he did all these different testings and stuff like that. And he was then he sent me to a glaucoma specialist. I always say glaucoma, but you know what I mean. So he sent me to a glaucoma specialist, and I saw him this week. And yes, the eye that I have the black and white in does have glaucoma in it. So I have been scheduled for a the glaucoma. I'm so used to saying glaucoma, but I have been scheduled for the laser surgery for glaucoma. So that's coming up on October 9th, and that's in my left eye. So he will do that in October, and he feels fairly certain that we'll get rid of it, and that we caught it in time. But he did say that my children need to be tested, and they need to be tested right away for it, because we need to see if they have any signs of it, and if they do, where about in that process are they, and if they don't, they need to be tested every so often, because it is very common for it to be passed down. So I have advised my children, and I hope they act quickly on it. So the laser surgery is October, And after that time, I will be going back to see my rheumatologist, and then we'll, discuss using the Plaquenil. However, he did start me on the steroids, and I'm taking 5 milligrams twice in the morning, two 5 milligram pills twice in the morning. And so that is, he did that to help manage the fatigue. He did that to help manage the pain. You know how we get the pain every day, this random pain all the time. So that was his reason for doing that. And then he wants to come back. I go back in, I think, 5 weeks. And then he wants to discuss the Plaquenil, which I'm not sure I want to do because I've been doing something else. But I'll talk about that in a moment. Additionally, so he has ran some more blood tests. They took 12 vials of blood, and that wasn't even the entire test that there was one test that he wasn't sure, at the lab, they weren't sure what it was, so they didn't get to draw for that, so I have to go back probably Monday or Tuesday so they can draw for that. But they took the 12 vials, and he wanted to look at my stats before I started the steroid treatment, and then he wanted to see the stats after, when I go back, so that he can try to establish a baseline for me, and then he'll know, how to move forward with the Plaquenil if that's what I decide to do. So that is good news, because everybody knew my frustration. I was ready to kick him, but I absolutely love my rheumatologist. I'm glad that everyone here, particularly Brenda and Anna Marie, really encouraged me to wait and be patient and just hold on. The rheumatologist needed to do what he needed to do, and the frustrating part for everyone with lupus is that diagnosis process, and it just takes a while. I first saw the Rheumy in March, and here it is almost October, so it does take a while. I'm just grateful that it doesn't take me years like some people, so I am grateful for that. And that was good news on the rheumatologist. Now, before I even started taking the steroids this week, I had been feeling so much better, but I had been seeing this chiropractor for this really like number 9 out of 10 pain level in my shoulder, my right shoulder, and I described it before as seeming like a machete going through my back and out my chest, and it was a constant pain. It wasn't a throbbing pain. Throbbing you can kind of deal with because it goes up and down probably. It wasn't the sporadic pain that just kind of came and went. It was a constant pain, and it was very difficult to focus and do anything else because the pain was so severe. And but this chiropractor told me to be patient, and I made a joke about, first I sit in this chair, and I was like, okay, I could have did this at Walgreens somewhere, the little massage chair, but it massages your calves, and it has a place where you rest your legs on it when you sit in the chair, and it massages your calves while the back of the chair is massaging your lower back all the way up to your head. Actually, it does back here and behind your head. And so I was just like, okay, I'm going to be patient. And then the first treatment, he had me lay face down on the table, and he put these kind of heavyweight wooden shoes, and he was clicking my heels together and kind of shifting them a little bit. And then I heard him, whispering, but I thought he was just kind of talking to himself. Yeah, it's not quite level. And then he'd start doing it again. I didn't understand what he was saying, but I felt good after the first one. And then the second treatment was last week, and I felt even better. So my pain level had come down. It went down the first treatment, but it came back like after a day or two. So he just kept saying, just keep, being patient. It's going to take a while because you have so much, you have pinched nerves, your energy inside your body is misdistributed and all this different stuff. So after the second treatment last week, I said, let me look this dude up and see what he's doing and da 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 da. And I had saw this big write up about him in August where he was doing this World Health Day, and they were telling about his method of treatment. And then it said that he uses combination of reshifting the body's energy and then and prayers. So I was like, what kind of prayers he praying over me? He didn't ask my permission to pray no prayers over me. And so I called him this week because I said because I was really wanting some pain pills, and he was like, oftentimes that's gonna set us back, and don't take any pain pills and yada yada yada. So I really felt better. My pain level after the second treatment did not go back up to a 8 or a 7 or a 6. It stayed like maybe at worst a 1, maybe a 2. And that was throughout my body. My energy was back. I had my energy back, and I was able to, just kind of do things around the house. I hadn't been able to do that in a long while. And, I just felt really good. I couldn't explain it, so I wanted to find out, what is this guy doing? And so I called him and I said, I've really been feeling much better, and I'm glad that you told me to be a little bit patient. I'm glad, he really understood that I was in a great deal of pain. However, I wanted to ask him about these prayers, because I was like, what are you praying over me? Because, not that I'm against prayers, but I do like to be aware of what people are laying hands on me and saying, because basically that's what he's doing, because he holds your feet and he's clicking these wooden shoes together and your feet are in them. And so he said, my prayers are just telling your body to get right and do what it's supposed to do. And then he kind of laughed and said, no, seriously. He asked me if I believed in the energy of the universe, and I said, yes, I do, 100%, because I know that God created the universe, and I know that there is a specific design for everything in it. And so he said, well, all I'm doing is adjusting your body's energy, and my prayers are to the universe to adjust your body and return it to the function it was meant to perform. And I said, okay, that's cool. I don't mind that at all, because that's just another way to pray for people's healing, because I do believe that we are just masses of energy. We are not, bodies with a spirit. We are spirits temporarily dwelling in a body. So I know that there are some things that we have to try to adjust beyond the physical body. So I was cool with that. It didn't matter. But all I can say is my energy has returned. And this was before I just started the steroids a few days ago. And this was since last Thursday to like Tuesday that I had my energy back. I cleaned my kitchen. I've been doing things around the house. I've been running errands. I've been doing a lot of things. I usually go down and get very fatigued about 2 o'clock in the afternoon. I have to just stop and just sit and sweat. I haven't been sweating. Sweat very little. I do still sweat when I wash dishes, but it's because I'm over the hot water. I really prefer to wash dishes in, about 98%, 99% hot water with a little bleach. So that's how I still do it. And so my sweating just kind of comes from being over that hot, steamy water. So most of that, and other than that, I haven't been sweating when I go to the bathroom. But before, any movement I did just caused my face to just drench. And so my rheumatologist is very aware. I updated him on all the things that had happened since I last saw him, with the exception of the uveitis. I forgot to tell him about that, but I put it on my list to remind him when I go back in 5 weeks, just so he's updated. I'm going to print off everything that has happened over the months and ask him to scan it and make it a part of my permanent file, so that they always have that on file of what I'm going through, instead of just, 6 months or 2 years down the line just looking back at his notes and saying, oh, she wasn't experiencing any of this, or this. That way it's a part of my permanent record. So that's my update on the rheumatologist, the retina specialist, and my overall health and well-being. Now, what I will do is I'll put a link. Now, I'm not sure if I can do it from here. I know I have the link saved on my big computer. I'm on my laptop right now. But on my desktop, I'll go to that and I'll either make a comment or I will put it in the description, the link to the doctor, so you can read about what he's doing. And I was just a little bit, apprehensive and not a believer. And even my daughter that says, Mom, your energy is just off the wall. So if you don't believe me, you stay tuned. Here comes another plane. But if you don't believe me, you stay tuned and you will see how much I did just last week alone. And I didn't get low on energy. I did not get fatigued. I did not have to cancel anything. And you will be surprised. So I'm going to make that a separate video, so it's not too long of a video, and then you can let me know what you think. And please do make some comments. And oh, by the way, I have 34 subscribers, but when I upload videos I only have 12 views, 13 views. Come on, people, look at my videos. I look at you guys' videos. I make sure I look at everybody's videos every single night. I do it from my mobile device, so if my typing is crazy or a little bit off, or you get a half-witted comment and then you get a full one right after, that just means I'm working from my mobile device. But I need you guys to look at my videos because I like to see how many people watched it. So please, please, I know I should have at least 34 views for each video I upload. So come on, people, let's do this thing right. We're in this together. I support you, you support me. But I still thank you for subscribing, and I appreciate you so much. So I'm going to send you some loopy loveys and some pools of spoons, and hope your day goes good today. Talk to you in a moment.